Welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. My name is Graham and welcome to my show. We're about to try something a little bit different today because guess what? Jubilee just posted this video that, gosh, right up my alley. It's titled, Strangers Rank Themselves Richest to Poorest. This is going to be interesting and I want to see if I'm able to do it and guess on my end. And we could see together if we could accurately determine who's rich and who's not. So how about this, guys? Let's first destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Let's begin.
COVID hit on March 16th. That's when I transitioned to do full-time social media.
That's quite the background.
This means a lot of debt. That's $382,000 in student.
$382,000. Why? On what earth is that? Well, I guess the only way that's acceptable, where I could be like, all right, fine, is maybe if you're studying for medicine. Maybe, because then you graduate and within a few years you're making that anyway. You could just pay it down. But besides that, student loans, I gotta say, they're atrocious. Why? Why would you saddle someone so young with so much debt? It blows my mind. It's gonna be tricky, okay? I'm gonna tell you why. Because we have this guy on the right here, the red shirt. And he's the oldest, so automatically we're gonna perceive him as probably the wealthiest. But then again, someone else here could be just making a ton of money without any student loans. So we'll see.
My name's Scott, I'm 30 years old, and I work for a utility company.
Maybe he's not as old as I thought. I don't know why, but you know what? It's the beard. It's the beard. I imagined, I imagined him being a little bit more mature. That's all. That's all.
I'm Elena. I am 28 years old and I'm a doctoral student in the occupational therapy program at USC.
I'm Hillary. I'm 22 and I am a nanny.
I'm Jenny. I run a design agency and I'm 29 years old.
All right, so right off the bat, my guess is probably Jenny. She seems very well spoken. She's 29. She's got a few years on some of the other people, more time to accumulate money because compound interest, meaning your money makes you more money, which makes you more money, and then you turn into a Jenny, a business owner. My guess is on her is number one.
I'm Dominic Andre, I'm 28 years old, and I'm a content creator.
But you know what Dominic could also be it, content creator. That's really one of these professions where it's either like you're making millions or you're making below minimum wage. I mean, it's just like, it's one or the other.
I heard content creator. I think I made another assumption that like, he's just doing it for fun.
Yeah, the PhD student, I gotta say, Elena, my one gripe with her is that what's crazy to me, PhDs don't make as much money as you would expect. It's especially once you compare that to the cost of the education. So unless her college is paid for and she just happened to be making like $150K right out of college, which I don't think so, she's probably in a lot of debt.
Okay, one of these people has millions in the bank, and I just don't know who it is.
How do you guys like to spend time?
Roller skating, just hanging out with friends.
I like building things. I've had like animals, like reptiles and things in the past. I build cages, helping my friends redo their whole deck. Like, it's what I do for fun.
Yeah, but that also means he's got a lot of free time and we're not exactly sure, like listen, someone at this age who's making a ton of money probably doesn't have a lot of free time.
What about you? I honestly just hang out with my friends and like I moved to LA in May. I've spent money on like Universal, like tickets and stuff like that.
She seems pretty average. I mean, it seems like just a college student, you know, summer break, spring break, whatever it might be. A lot of free time on the hands too.
I don't really do that much crazy stuff or anything. I haven't traveled in 15 years.
Anytime I have free time, like I'll pick up a plane ticket, go somewhere. As soon as I turned 17, it was just like one travel after another. It's just like, that's like so literally my number one passion.
Same. I genuinely just like thought that she had money. Like this girl's like well off just by like her vibes.
Yeah, the nanny, I don't think it's her. The nanny, I don't know. I wouldn't put her at the very bottom because she probably doesn't have student loans. So for the nanny, I'm guessing she's got to be like second to last. Maybe third.
Based on like what you're wearing doesn't necessarily tell you how much someone's worth. Even like what I'm wearing, this is probably put together for like less than $100.
So I started to do a bachelor's in philosophy and political science, and then after that I transferred to do a master's in international relations with a focus on Middle Eastern conflict. And then I worked as a mental health therapist trainee. Basically, we have to do like 3,000 hours almost free, and then COVID hit on March 16th. That's when I transitioned to do full-time social media, and then I started to try and just do that, focus that as my full career.
Yeah, that's a lot of money though. Like he said, it's a lot of money, and then you graduate from that, you don't make what you're paying. You know, that's the crazy thing for me is that sometimes it's like you're spending more money every year on an education to get a career that pays you less than what you're spending. Why? Imagine spending like 80 grand a year to earn 50. How people think that's a good idea, or how they even get away with it. That's the thing. It's like, as long as people are going to spend it, they could keep charging more money.
That's quite the background.
This means a lot of debt. That's $382,000 in student debt.
Oh my gosh.
That's just irresponsible though. Let's be real. $382,000. That's a house. You don't need $382,000 to walk around with a camera and make videos. So this to me, he's just full of bad choices here.
So I just accepted a new job, but I'm still working my nanny jobs.
I just finished my master's degree, got that diploma in the mail. I was so happy. And now I'm in the doctoral program. So it's a clinical doctorate, just one more year. Thankfully, what kept me afloat was I got a pretty good scholarship from USC. And then I'm in the military part-time, so that's another source of income.
Oh, geez. Okay, so she's got a scholarship from USC and military, so they're probably helping with that. So, but she's going back. That's the thing. I know with MBAs, you could be working at the same time. So she's probably making $80K a year doing that. So my bet is she's probably a number 2.
I work for a utility company. I'm a meter reader. With the animal field, they're not very solid jobs. I was even in the entertainment industry with animals for a while, and it's very much a feast or famine. I enjoy the stability of a government job.
I did my dual master's degree in international business, and I did that at Purdue and a business school in France. And then started my company about almost 5.5 years ago.
Oh yeah, it's her. 5.5 years. Listen, if she's not rolling in money after 5 years, she's doing something wrong.
Wait, what company is it? Sorry.
Software design.
Wow.
She had a successful business for over 5 years. She went to school in France. I thought that she had quite a good setup for herself.
Yeah, I agree. So let me rank them. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna guess. Here's my guess, okay? And we could edit this to make it look all fancy. My guess is Ginny is number 1. Then the MBA student stays in the same spot. She's number 2. Then we're gonna have the red shirt guy, number 3. Then the pink shirt nanny, number 2, and then our least is the content creator. Just because he said he's $382,000 in debt. Unless he's someone I have no idea who he is, but that's my guess.
You mentioned you have a lot of debt, so maybe you don't have a lot of money, so I'm gonna go with you as number 1. 5, you are still in school. I think with the scholarship, they probably give you enough money to get by, but not a whole lot, so you're gonna be number 4. Hillary, number 3. I'm gonna put myself, Scott, at number 2, and then Jenny, I'm gonna put you at number 1.
All right, so we're both in agreement then for number 1.
I'm going to say Dominic 5 as well. Number 4, I'm going to put myself. Number 3, I would say Scott. And then number 2, I would say Hillary. Things are changing, but you kind of sound a little bit well connected with like working with one family maybe and then getting to work with a celebrity artist, but I'm just assuming. And then 1, I'm gonna put Jenny because you own a company and then you talked about just being able to like on your free time buy a plane ticket and fly.
Yeah, it's kind of odd, money in the bank. I mean, here's the thing. Number 2 could literally be like minimum wage, spending it all, and her family is just like, oh, here's Pip, 100 grand in your account. There you go. Bugger off now. Meanwhile, she doesn't do anything versus like Jenny, you know, busting her butt, working, saving, doing all this stuff, but you know, parents could just plop money in the account. So it's kind of odd. Maybe we should have gone with like total net worth. Because here, consider this guy. Imagine this guy has $400,000 in student loan debt, but he's got like $300K in the bank, cash. That's something too.
I'm gonna go with myself for 5, Dominic for 4, Scott, number 3, number 2, Elena, and then number 1, I'm gonna go with Jenny.
Yeah, we're very similar. So our number 1, 2, 3s are, wait, did she? Oh, she put herself as 5th. So I almost guessed what she guessed, except I put her as number 4 instead of 5.
I'm gonna say number 5. You said you were in the military? And are you doing reserves? With all that schooling, you probably went to do reserves, so they paid for your school, which means you probably didn't have as much money. So I'd put you number 5 and then number 4. You have a good government job. So I'm gonna say number 3. And then I'll put you at number 1 and then me at number 2. In my head, I was like, well, I don't want to be first, especially if I'm wrong, because I know that I was like, that it's not going to be like absurd if she has just like millions in the bank.
Yeah, so this guy isn't as broke as we think he is. That's the thing. It's student loan debt's throwing us off.
We have Elena with $2,000 in the bank.
Wow, so I'm wrong already. I am totally wrong. $2,000 in the bank. What? Jeez, it's like, well, then the nanny, as long as she has like a few weeks of paychecks saved up. Gosh, it's confusing. This is a confusing video.
In spot number 4, we have Hillary with $7,000 in the bank. In spot number 3, we have Scott with $215,000.
Haha, there we go. So I'm right on her, right on him. Let's see if I'm right on the other two.
Me, $2,000 is a good amount. Like, I feel
Girl,
good.
same. Girl,
And then I hear that and I'm like, oh shoot, like, we poor.
I know.
In spot number 2, we have Jenny with approximately
Oh shit! Wild card.
$30,000 in the bank.
Wow. Oh, jeez, got it wrong. Got it wrong. See, I'm just thinking we subtract his income from the student loan debt, whatever's left over. I'm wrong.
And in spot number 1, we have Dominic with $600,000 in the bank.
Cash in the bank. I think Jubilee is just saying that because it's what people understand. But I'm like, is that invested? Is that in a checking account? Is that in a savings account? Where is it? Why? Yeah, wow, they got him completely off. Except for the middle guy's a safe bet. The government job, you can't go wrong with that. It's pretty predictable.
This year, I made all my money, starting in January. Snapchat had like a thing where they're like, okay, top videos get paid a lot, and I won $1 million last month.
Wow, that's crazy. It kind of throws you off though, because he made it all in 1 month from Snapchat. So if it wasn't for that 1 month, he would be at the other side of things.
It could be family money, it could be lottery ticket, whatever it is. Like you never know.
Wow, that's a great episode. I think Jubilee has to do more like this and be like, who has the nicest car? Who has the most money invested? Who has the biggest net worth? I love this, but let's go to the comments, see what the comments have to say about this. BLT commented, one problem with this video is that money in the bank does not measure wealth, which requires taking into account other assets that are not as liquid. I agree, that's why it threw me off. Because when you subtract the $600K from the $400,000 of student loan debt, he's not as good as the other guy. Ginny's much better on that front. And then poor Dominic defending himself in the comments. He was not paid $1 million for one video. He posted well over 800 videos, and the top performing videos were paid. He filmed 5,000 videos as well. It goes to show you, it's not just picking up a fake ID of The Rock and then getting paid $1 million. It's doing this repetitive.
So if it wasn't for that 1 month, he would be at the other side of things.
You know what it is? It's like throwing a dart on a board. Not all of them are going to stick, not all of them hit a bullseye, but the more darts you throw, the closer you're probably going to get eventually. So that for him is what it's been like. And then we got another one, Zoya. Still trying to figure out how Scott is 30 years old. Yeah, see, I'm 31. I'll actually, 31 and a half. Gosh, where does the time go? Jeez. But anyway, I'm thinking like, I thought he was older than me. But got that wrong. And then Kathy too. That 30-year-old dude looks so much older. I honestly think it could be the beard. If he gets a more youthful haircut and shaves the beard, I think maybe that would do it and take like 10 years off. I think it's probably just that. But anyway, you guys, great episode from Jubilee. I really appreciated it. As always, make sure to destroy the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Feel free to also add me on Instagram and on the Iced Coffee Hour podcast because we post a new episode every single Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.